Good morning everyone. I am Shoaib Akhtar, presently working as an assistant professor at Department of Mathematics, Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati. We are recording a live class lecture on difference equation, which is very helpful for those students who are pursuing masters in mathematics. I am also thankful to our department head, Professor Dr. S.S. Sherekar ma'am, who encouraged me to record this live class lecture. Okay, so let's start. So in the first lesson, we discussed about what is the difference operator, what is the shift operator, and what is the identity operator, and the relation between them. Okay, so firstly we learn about what is the difference operator. Okay, so let y of t be a function of real or complex variable. Here t is a variable, it may be real variable or it may be complex variable, and y of t is a function of variable t. Okay, so let y of t be a function of real or complex variable. Okay, and the difference operator is denoted by this triangle. Okay, and when this difference operator operates on y of t, so in the result, in the output we get y of t plus 1 minus y of t. Okay, so it is a definition of difference operator, how difference operator operate on a function y of t. Okay, yes, so it is a definition of difference operator. Suppose we know function may be two or more variables. Okay, so in this case, suppose if you take this t e raised to the power n, so here it is a function of two variable t and n. Okay, so if you write t in the base of the difference operator, that means this difference operator operate on a t. Okay, so firstly we get t plus 1 e raised to the power n minus t e raised to the power n by the definition of difference operator. Okay, so t e raised to the power n plus e raised to the power n minus t e raised to the power n. Okay, now this positive and negative terms get cancelled, so we get e raised to the power n. Okay, now in another example, if you take the same function t e raised to the power n, okay, but at this time here we write n in the base of the difference operator. That means this difference operator operate on the variable n. Okay, yes, so the by definition of the difference operator, it can be written as t e raised to the power n plus 1 minus t e raised to the power n. Okay, after simplification you can write t e raised to the power n and t minus 1. Okay, yes, so this is the definition of difference operator. Now we see what is the shift operator. Okay, so see here what is the shift operator. So the shift operator is denoted by capital T. Okay, when this shift operator operates on the y of t, then in the result and in the output what we get, so this shift operator shift this t to t plus 1. Okay, so we get t y of t plus 1. Okay. For example, if you take function y of t is equal to sin t, and suppose shift operator is operate on this function, so e sin t, what we get? We get sin t plus 1. Okay, this is the definition of shift operator. Okay, now next operator is identity operator. So what is an identity operator? So identity operator is denoted by capital I. When this identity operator operates on a function y of t, then there is no change in y of t. We get in output y of t as it is. Okay, so I y of t is equal to y of t. If you take, for example, if you take y of t is equal to something 2023 t raised to the power 2, this function, and suppose identity operator operate on this function. So 2023 t square. In the result we get same function 2023 t square. Okay. Yes. Now we obtain the relation between difference operator and the shift operator. Okay. So see here. If you take difference operator which operates on the y of t function, so it is y of t plus 1 minus y of t. Okay. Yes. Now this is y of t as it is, and this y of t can be written as I y of t. Okay. And we know the definition of shift operator. Okay. E y of t is equal to y of t plus 1. So at the place of y of t plus 1 we can write E y of t. Okay. Yes. So E y of t minus I y of t. Okay. Yes. So you can take y of t common. Okay. So E minus I y of t. On the left hand side it is delta y of t. Okay. So from left hand side and right hand side we can say delta is equal to E minus I. Okay. Yes. And this is our first relation between difference operator and shift operator. Okay. Just like a higher order derivative, there are also a higher order difference operator. Okay. So now we find what is a delta square y of t. Okay. Just like a second order derivative. Now we find what is a delta 2 y of t. Okay. So we know this delta 2 can be written as delta and delta y of t. Okay. Yes. Now this delta as it is now delta y of t. So by the definition of difference operator, this is nothing but y of t plus 1 minus y of t. Okay. Now operate this operator on both functions. So delta y of t plus 1, okay, minus delta y of t. Okay. Now by the definition of difference operator, this can be written as t plus 1 plus 1. Okay, at the place of t, firstly we have to replace t plus 1. Then minus this function as it is y of t plus 1. Okay, yes. Now minus, say this is y of t plus 1 minus y of t. Okay, yes. So now simplify this. So this can be written as y of t plus 2 minus y of t plus 1 minus y t plus 1, and this minus become plus y of t. Okay. Yes. So after further simplification we get y of t plus 2 minus 2 times y of t plus 1 plus y of t. Okay. And on the left hand side the term is delta square y of t. So when second order difference operator operate on y of t, we get this. Okay. Yes. We can find the third order difference operator. Okay. Yes. So let's see what is delta raised to the power 3 y of t. So this can be written as delta into delta square. Okay. Yes. This can be written as, or in the next previous slide, what is the value of delta square y of t? So which is equal to what? Y of t plus 2 minus 2 times y of t plus 1 and plus y of t. Now operate this delta on each and every term. Okay. So delta y of t plus 2 minus 2 delta y of t plus 1 plus delta y of t. Okay. Yes. So when this delta operate on this function, we know the definition of delta operator. Okay. So at the place of t we have to replace t plus 1 firstly, then after negative sign the function should be as it is. Okay. Yes. Then this minus 2, again by definition at the place of t we have to replace t plus 1, and after negative sign the function should be same. Okay. So minus y of t plus 1. Okay. And same here y of t plus 1 and minus y of t. Okay. Yes. So after simplification we get this is y of t plus 3 minus y of t plus 2 and minus 2 times this is y of t plus 2 minus y of t plus 1. Okay, and this is y of t plus 1 minus y of t. Okay, now again further simplify it. So you can see here this is minus 2 times y of t plus 2 and this minus minus become plus. Okay, when we open this bracket, so we get minus 2 y of t plus 2 y of t plus 1. Okay, now after simplification this is y of t plus 3. Okay, you can check here these two terms are same, y of t plus 2 and y of t plus 2. So here we have to add the coefficient of this term. So minus 1 minus 2 becomes minus 3 y of t plus 2, and after that again there are same terms. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3 y of t plus 1 and minus y of t. Okay, and so this is the value of what? Delta q y of t. Okay, this is the third order difference operator which is operated on the function y of t. Okay, yes. So we can generalize this case. Okay, so what is a delta n y of t? So after generalize this case, we get summation k varies from 0 to n minus 1 raised to the power k n c k and y of t plus n minus k. This is a generalization of nth order difference operator which is operated on the function y of t. Okay, yes. You can easily verify it. If you put n is equal to 2 in this expression, then what we get, see here, this is delta 2 y of t. Okay, so again here k varies from 0 to 2 because we put here n is equal to 2. Okay, minus 1 raised to the power k and n is to 2ck and y of t plus 2 minus c. Okay, yes. So if we run this summation, firstly we have to put k is equal to 0, then k is equal to 1, then k is equal to 2. Okay, so put k is equal to 0. So what we get? Minus 1 raised to the power 0. Okay, minus 1 raised to the power 0, and here 2c0. Okay, and it is k is equal to 0, y of t plus 2. Y of t plus 2. And after that, if you put k is equal to 1, so minus 1 raised to the power 1, which become minus 1. Okay, so you can write here negative sign. Then this is 2c1, and this is y of t plus 2 minus 1, which become t plus 1. Okay, y of t plus 1, and after that, if you put k is equal to 2, okay, so minus 1 raised to the power 2 become 1. Okay, and this is 2c2 and y of t, because plus 2 and minus 2 get cancelled. Okay, now simplify it. So by the definition of NCR, the value of NC0 is always 1. Okay, value of NC0 is always 1. So it is 1, and minus 1 raised to the power 0 is also 1. So 1 into 1 again 1, and the remaining term is only y of t plus 2. Okay, and then by the definition of NCR again, NC1 is equal to n. Okay, this is a properties or definition. So this is minus 2, it is equal to 1. NC1 is equal to n. So here again it is 2, and the remaining term is y of t plus 1. Okay, then NCN. Okay, so by definition of NCN, NCN is equal to what? 1. Okay, yes. NCN is equal to 1. So this become 1 and this 1. So by expanding this summation, by putting n is equal to 2, that means delta raised to the power 2 y of t is equal to what? This. Okay, you can see in the previous slide also, this is our delta exponent y of t plus 2 minus 2 y of t plus 1 plus